Good afternoon and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here today with Lincoln and Rich, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is Lincoln's ability to understand and respond to his formal on-leash obedience commands. The little tiny corrections and lots of motivation that we give the puppies when we're working with them, and the training equipment that we're using. Rich is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he keeps the bulk of the leash folded neatly in his right hand. That leaves his left hand free to give any little correction that's needed, and the only correction that we give is a little tug and release on his training collar. And that is the second piece of equipment that we're using. Of course, you sent Lincoln on training equipment, and we have continued to use that. Lincoln is sitting very nicely at Rich's left, which is where all of our obedience training is done. And the first exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you is heeling. Heeling is proper walking on a leash so that you're not being dragged down the street, and the command is Lincoln, heel. Now at this point, Lincoln has a job to do, and that is to maintain pace with you when you're walking with him. Not forging ahead or lagging behind, but staying right at your left side, and each time that you stop your feet, Lincoln has been taught to sit automatically without being told to wait for his next command. So it puts you in control, it puts you in the lead and keeps you pack leader. He's not leading the walk, you are. And when you stop, if he doesn't sit, you tell him no sit, and you give that little correction that I talked to you about. He's a sweet little guy. He can be a little stubborn, but he's come a long way while he's been with us. And a nice automatic sit. And the next command that we're going to demonstrate is the sit stay. Stay is a hand and a voice command, and because it is a stationary exercise, it is a one-word command. When you're practicing at home, you want to lengthen out the amount of time that he can hold it and the distance that you can go. When Rich returns back to him, he walks all the way around him, and Lincoln should remain seated until Rich gets all the way back to his shoulders. Rich stops at his shoulders and then gives him another command. And they take off heeling again. And he's very proud of himself with his accomplishments, as you can tell by the little prance in his step. So this is a good way for you to spend time with him, teaching him that you're the mom, and he's the little boy, and that he has to pay attention to what he's been being told. Now the next command, there's 2 butterflies over there. Just out of luck. This is the recall, or the come on command, and he's been taught to come and sit, not come and mug you, not come and jump all over your legs, but to come and sit. And that's when he gets praised for a good job. Nice sit, stay. And you have a big enough house that you can work with him right inside. On these horribly hot days that we have coming up, you don't have to go outside to practice. Rich calls him in. If he doesn't sit, he tells him no sit, gives that little tug, and they take off heeling again. So this is such a positive way to interact with him, so that you're constantly teaching him, I'm in charge, you're not. When I ask you to perform a skill for me, you do it. The next command that we're going to demonstrate is the down from a heel position. So with him seated at your left, you take your left open palm, push it straight down toward the ground, and give the one-word command to down and stay. And again, with this command, you're going to lengthen out your time and your distance. These butterflies are like making me crazy. When Rich returns back to him, he walks all the way around him, and Lincoln remains lying down until Rich gives him another command. Rich heels him out of that command. And this exercises his mind too. So it's not just exercising his body, it's exercising his little brain. And it gives you fun things to practice with your puppy.
Down. Stay.
So that's your down from a heel position. And we demonstrate our exercises if we can outside because it gives us more room, but you don't have to go outside. Rich calls him in out of that down. Heels him back out of that. And the very last command that we're going to demonstrate for you is the down from a distance. And this is probably the hardest of the commands and the one he likes the least.
Stay.
You leave him in a stay and turn to face him. Don't go too far away from him in the beginning, and I'll be going over all of this with you in the morning. And don't let him crawl out of it. He has to go down.
Stay.
He just wants to be on your feet. He doesn't mind lying down, he just wants to be close to you. Now we've demonstrated for you Lincoln's heel, his automatic sit, his sit stay, his calm, his down from a heel, and his down from a distance. I have some paperwork to go over with you when I come tomorrow with Lincoln so that I can teach you everything that he's learned. You have your video to work with at home. We have really enjoyed having him. He is a very sweet boy and you made a good choice. And I will see you tomorrow. I'll call you before I leave this school and we will see you soon. Thank you for choosing Nora's Dog Training Company.